Hello, everyone. Hello and welcome. It's 1 p.m. in the US, Eastern Standard Time. It's 6 p.m. over in the UK. Hope you're well. Everyone that is watching, thank you for joining live. And for those that are watching on demand, appreciate it as well. This is a fairly new segment of the Dan Assor podcast, live to the show. So there are actual physical shows happening in the world. So I'm just going to try and bring you as many as I can. Last week we went to Moscow and it was fantastic. It was a Hyve event over there. Just want to thank my community patrons as always for their support. So we have Tarsus Group, Hyve Group, Easyfairs, SISO, Rerusni, 19 and Smart Digital. And just a nod to the fact you might have seen my post about the 24-hour vodcast marathon that I'm planning on doing on the 3rd of March, raising funds for event professionals via Eventwell. So look out for that and get involved. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce my special guest today, and it's Tricia. Hello, Tricia. How are you?
Hi. Good, Dan. Good.
So Tricia is, well, I'll let you introduce yourself, actually. You can tell our audience exactly who you are, where you're from.
Yeah, sure. I am Tricia Barglof. I'm the executive director of the OFFPRICE show that is part of the Tarsus Group.
Fantastic. And the OFFPRICE show, as we understand, as we know, is actually happening in Orlando.
We are, yes,
Yep.
for the first time.
Okay. And for the ignorant English like myself, as to where that is in the States, just bring to life where you are roughly.
So right now we are in sunny, warm, and humid Central Florida in Orlando.
Okay, so we're in freezing cold. Well, I'm in freezing cold London with the snow outside. So essentially, this is my holiday for the year.
Oh, wow.
So I'll just go around the world virtually.
You're living vicariously through me then in Florida.
That's exactly. Last week I was in Moscow, it was freezing there. Yeah. But actually, I should dress up appropriately, shouldn't I?
Yes.
For each. So before we have a walk around, which you're kindly going to do for us, can you just tell us a bit about the show, please? And I know obviously there's a couple of co-located shows as well, and you're doing that with some other organizers. So if you can just talk us through that just for a minute or so, that'd be great.
Sure. Yeah. So the OFFPRICE show is in the apparel retail sector, and we specialize in discount apparel. And we have partnered in collaboration with a couple of the other apparel trade shows called Magic and the Win Show.
Okay. And I think typically, was this done another time of year that was in Vegas? Was that correct?
Yeah, there's typically at just about this same time every year in Las Vegas, we have Las Vegas Fashion Week. So these 3 shows are typically in Las Vegas at this time.
Okay, it's a shame. I mean, I'm not being rude. I would have rather have gone to broadcast to Las Vegas on the strip.
Yeah.
But next time. And so you said obviously it's co-located and there's a couple of other organizers, Clarion.
Yeah. Clarion and Informa are with us as
Informa,
well.
right. And would you normally do that with them for the Vegas show, or is this a new initiative?
This is a brand new initiative to us. But of course we are all together at the same time in Las Vegas, but had never partnered this closely together. But a few months ago, we got together when it didn't look like our events in Las Vegas were going to happen, but there was really a demand from our community on both the exhibitor and attendee side for us to put something on to help them get back to business. Yeah. And so we all got together, thought that we would be stronger together to present the united front, to encourage people to get out in the market again, because they really wanted to make sure that it was worth their time and value and their health and safety to get out to an event again.
Sure, fantastic. There's been lots of initiatives like that over here and in Europe and across the world, which is brilliant. So what I'd like you to do, if possible, Tricia, if we can start having a little walk around. And also I think, Master's not the most exciting stuff. We would like to talk to you about the sort of health and safety measures. Obviously, you're wearing a mask.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could show us some of the aisles. I think the aisles are wider, so maybe you can just sort of bring a bit of that to life. That'd be great.
Yeah, sure. So let's see as I walk backwards, but
don't fall over.
One of the things that we've done is increase our aisle width. That was one of the first things we did. So we are at a minimum 50-foot aisles, a lot of places up to 20 feet. And so that was first and foremost. And then with that in mind, one of the other interesting things that we had done is with our inline booths, we, as they were separating in between each other, we added an additional 5 feet called sort of a no build zone, but just kind of naturally helped build that extra spacing in between exhibitors. And so if you give me just a second, I'm about to walk up to that space just to help demonstrate that.
I don't want to have a health and safety incident.
Yeah, that would be good.
I'm not insured.
So here behind me, you'll see this sort of red area that we've kind of built as a extra space in between the booths. So those are just some of the, as we're walking along here, some of the things that we've done just to space things out a little bit more and just help, again, everybody feel a bit safer on site.
And let me ask you, Tricia, these things that you're doing, are you sticking and adhering to a specific guideline from the state or the government? Because over here and in Europe, we have a safe standard that we put on a sort of test show late last year.
Yeah.
Is that similar, or are you left to your own devices?
No. So Tarsus, at the beginning of the pandemic, we created our Trust Tarsus guidelines for us getting back to in-person events with certain specific health and safety guidelines. So the masks, temperature checking, the wider aisles, things like that. So that's a couple of the things that Tarsus did specifically. And then with the collaboration of the other 3 shows, we've also created our all secure campus. So that meant a lot of the same initiatives. We've all done a few other unique items like our no build space, for example. But it all just in order to keep it consistent with health and safety standards across all the venue, just so that we were consistent across the board for all exhibitors and attendees. And that included on-site COVID testing.
Okay, maybe in a second, if it's easy, we can actually have a look at that. Maybe if you walk, I don't know if that's possible.
I'm not close to that. So if you want to watch me,
fair enough. Yeah. I'm asking too much.
Yeah.
If you could, if we can have a little look around, maybe some stalls. Are they all open? So you've got some shell walling back there.
Yep. So here, again, just walking down the aisle.
Cool.
Here you can see maybe some of the wide aisle behind me.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. And is that vastly different from previous in terms of what you've done in terms of the setup for exhibitors, or is it quite the same?
The actual exhibit themselves is similar, although what we try to do to make it easier for people, less items coming into the building, is we did an exhibitor booth package. So we provided them with tables and chairs, some equipment to display their merchandise, those types of things, just so they could really turn up with their samples, hang them up, and, feel a little bit more comfortable that they wouldn't have all those extra materials, touchy-feely spaces, just, again, limiting some of those touch points to make people feel safer.
Sure. And do you have things like a catering area there? Is there like a central area that people?
Yep. So we do have a catering area, and I can actually head that way while we're talking.
I didn't want to ask. I was sort of more like I was pushing you in that direction.
Yep. No worries. I'll take a turn and go the other way. So catering area, yes, while we would have something similar to this regularly, it is a lot more spaced out. Not only the tables themselves, but the seating as well. So. Okay.
And obviously everyone has to wear a mask, I guess, within, apart from when they're eating and stuff.
Yes. Yep. Exactly. So everyone is required to wear a mask unless they're seated at a table. They can take it off to eat or drink. Yeah.
Okay. And you were saying before, I know it's hard to tell, but in terms of the take up or demand of visitors, they were quite, they're really excited to get back into a show. Is that right?
Yeah, for sure. Excited to get back, but there's still a lot of caution of people traveling, and so we tried to create as safe of an environment as possible, just for those people that were willing to travel, felt comfortable on site.
Sure. So you're heading towards the...
I'm heading towards the food court area, the eating area. So we're getting there. Hold on just a minute.
No, it's okay, no problem. I mean, if you bump into anyone that wants to say hello to us, then feel free, whether it's a visitor or anybody.
Yeah, sure. So here we are.
Okay, so it's obviously very spaced out. Yeah.
Yep. We're just past the lunch hour a little bit, so
sure. Yeah, everyone's had their fill.
Quieter. Yep, but seats are still spaced. People are seated. Definitely apart, and
Cool. So, is it possible to encourage you to maybe go onto a stand, see if anyone wants to talk to us?
Yes. Bear with me. Let's see.
You're practicing your walking backwards. You're doing very well.
Thank you. Oh, well,
I bet you're really happy that you signed up to do this.
Well, it's good to get a new skill set, walking backwards. I'll add that to my list. Well, fortunately, as I'm scanning around, most of the exhibitors are actually chatting to attendees. So I haven't found anybody just yet that has a quiet minute, but...
Yeah, or maybe if they're chatting to attendees, we could just have a look at a distance of what's happening.
Yep, give me just a second. We'll walk by somebody here.
I should prepare some jokes really whilst we're having some downtime to sort of encourage audience. Everyone that's watching, thank you very much. We have a few. We've got Mihai Tobasaru. I'll probably pronounce that terribly. He's put live show brilliant. And we've got Trevor Foley, my old friend from TF Connects, who said love the outside broadcast. So thank you, Trevor, for logging in. You're okay.
All right, let's see if I can do this showing over my shoulder here.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Look, so we've got some people there. And as you said, these are buyers from retail outlets.
Yep, so they would have retail stores anywhere from, somebody that owns a single location all the way up to some of the ones that you'd be more familiar with. They're not here, but TJ Maxx, Burlington Coach, Ross stores. Those would be some of the large retailers that would typically be at our show in normal times. But here we're more regionally based with a lot of the retail locations in the Florida and drivable area here.
Sure. So these gentlemen on your right, have they, I think, all the other ones, where are they?
My other right?
Or the people that were talking to those customers that just walked off. Do you think they might want a little chat?
Let's see, where am I at here? Well, here, how about I stop and see we'll see if Sean says hi. I'm broadcasting live. This is one of our exhibitors, Sean.
Sean, how are you? I'm casting all the way from the United Kingdom. And,
I'm on a live broadcast in the United Kingdom, and they're just getting a lay of the land of what a trade show looks like right now.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, Sean, can I ask you one or two questions? Can I ask you one or two questions?
Here, let me just disconnect my headphones.
Yes,
I can hear you okay.
Hello.
Hey, Sean, can you hear me?
Oh, well, yeah, of course. How are you doing?
Good. I just want to ask you quickly, because obviously in the United Kingdom at the moment, we're not allowed to do shows. How excited were you to get back to actually doing a live show?
Exciting. I've been doing shows and business for 32 years. And this is the best show ever because they are nice, everything transaction smooth, and I do business. What else do I want? And the prices are right. I love off-price show.
And there's no replacement for actually face-to-face, is there?
There's no replacement for face-to-face, is there?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Listen, thank you so much, Sean. I hope you have a great show. And thank you. Lots of love from the United Kingdom.
Thank you, Sean.
Thanks a lot.
Cool. Thank you so much.
There we go, on the fly.
Cool. Yeah, well, I was always going to push you to do it. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I ran into somebody that had a minute.
Okay. So, so is there anything else that you think we might want to see or hear about?
Well, I think we've gotten the lay of the land on the campus.
Yeah.
Cool. And one other thing, I guess, one other thing that we've done a little bit differently is,
Yep.
you know, typically we would have some type of education on site. And so,
Oh, yeah,
you know, not ideal for a social distancing setting. So one thing that we've done to try to help educate new attendees that are here with us is personalized one-on-one tours of the floor to educate them about our industry and business, trying to help them understand what we're all about and what type of product our exhibitors have. So that's been something that we've done here, which is a little bit different.
Sure. So you've actually worked, obviously think about the experience in the context of the safety measures and protocols that you have to put in place, which is, and actually that's probably quite a nice thing to have done anyway, I guess, you know, give hosted title. Oh, I think, okay, cool. So listen, Tricia, thank you so much. And, you know, well done to you. I think you've got a team of like 10 people down there, you said, is that right? And obviously all the suppliers that put it together.
Yes.
And so on and so forth. So it's really great for us here in other countries that, you know, we're desperate to go back to do a live show. It gives us hope and confidence for the future. So we thank you so much. We wish you the best of luck for the remaining 2 days. Is that right?
Another day. Another day. One more day.
Cool. So I'm going to let you get on with your main job. So Tricia Barglof from Tarsus, live from the OFFPRICE show. Thank you so much. Rachel Wimberley's just said great job, so well done. And those that are watching on demand, appreciate it. And yeah, look out for more live shows. Tricia, I'm going to let you go. If you could just hang in the green room quickly and have a quick chat with you after just for 2 seconds. Thank you so much.
Sounds good. Thanks so much, Dan.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. That was live from the show. Just generally, if I have any show organizers watching, if you want to do this with me at any time, relatively short notice, anywhere in the world, it'd be fantastic. I really want to show people that can't go to shows at the moment, you know, that things are happening elsewhere in the world and it will happen for where we are. So thank you so much for watching. I'm just going to play a quick exit advert and have a great evening and a great day wherever you are.